Oh, hi. How long have you been watching?
In this episode, we built... we decorated... and we finished the mega base.
How do we want to do this? Maybe we could just kind of put a few like that. A few tulips. Maybe a few azure bluets. Yeah, maybe we'll put some leaves around it or something as well. Oh, hi. How long have you been watching? Oh, quite a while. You could have, let me know that you were here while I was getting stuff set up and just starting to work on things today. Instead of just sitting there. Anyway. Hello everybody and welcome to what may be the final episode of Colorful Realms Season 2. So, just as an update, from the last episode, we finished the megabase, or basically finished it. I've added the last few finishing touches, for the most part, on the inside of the megabase now, so it is completely done. And as you just saw, I've started kind of putting in some of the decorations. I've put in a few spots where we've got some flowers. I've added a few rocks here and there. One over there. I think we had another one over here somewhere. So today's going to be kind of a day of just going around and decorating. As I said in the last episode, there's a few spots where I want some trees. There is still one or two little spots where I'd like another building. One of which being just over here, actually. Just kind of putting a small building in this space. And then, obviously, we have a little space up here to fill in, a little space over by our training grounds, and just a few other little spots around that I just want to add either some flowers, some trees, or just generally add some grass, or something just to fill it in. Like in this space here, because I'm not exactly sure what to do with this whole space. So, honestly, I guess we should probably get to work on some of that stuff. So I think I'll go ahead and get some leaves to finish off this little garden over here, and then maybe we'll go get some materials together, or a few more anyway, and put in our building over here and see if there's anywhere else that we maybe want to put in another building or two. Alright, there is the building done. Honestly, I think... I've also added the leaves in, as you can see. But I think that that's going to be the final building. So, the the village itself is done now.
So that means that all we have left to do is decorate. So let's get to it.
Now that the trees are all done, we should probably get to decorating underneath them. Alright, so I think I've gotten everything. I've kind of gone around, double-checked everything, and I don't think there's anything left other than this little spot here in front of the mega base. So, as I said, I think I want to put a few flowers here, and I think I want to make a similar sort of garden to what I did with, actually the lilacs right here are a good example as well. But like the oxeye daisies over there, the blue orchids, all that kind of stuff. But for this one, I want to keep it on color theme with our red, orange, and yellow. So I've already put in the 2 rose bushes here. So I'm just going to add our coarse dirt, and then we can put in our flowers and leaves. The other thing with this garden specifically is that I would actually like to keep this one slightly less messy, I guess, is the best way to put it. So in a lot of the other ones with the coarse dirt and such, the lines aren't straight, I guess is the best way to describe it. So like, basically the coarse dirt kind of doesn't go in a straight line. It's a little messy, and then the flowers are just kind of all over the place. This one, and the leaves are also very messy. They're in like a bit of a circle, they're kind of overgrowing. This one, I want it to be somewhat similar, but like the coarse dirt's going in a straight line. The rose bushes are like in equal positions almost. And then the leaves, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring them out in just a straight like line here, and then obviously connect it back to this. But then I'm gonna mess them up a tiny bit. So what I mean by messing them up is what I kind of want to do is just go ahead and go like this, and basically just change their original position slightly. So it's almost a way of putting them where they would have been when they were originally kind of put in, I guess. And then shifting them slightly to mess it up. And then some of them I might pull in instead of out. Like that. And then I'm going to add a few just kind of in the ground, as if it's sort of growing out a little bit. right here. And then we can just kind of put in our flowers.
And then it was time for our tour. So let's see how that went.
So, first up, we have our little training area and our tower here. So, this is one of our more recent additions, not the tower, but the training area itself. We have our training dummies. Obviously, you can practice against them using some of the tools over here, or you can even spar over here in this little arena with a friend. Maybe practice your aim and stuff a bit more because you have a moving target. And then we have some more gear and stuff in the tower that you can come in and grab. And then obviously we have this hole in the wall, which I actually have used quite a lot recently to get out of the wall, you know, go outside and grab other materials that I didn't happen to have. Next up we have the mines. This is something I built fairly early on, though we added onto it more recently. Obviously this goes down into the mines we've been using, goes all the way down to bedrock, and this is how we've been getting most of our like stone and iron and all that kind of stuff. We have a little storage in here, not that we really used it for anything. A few furnaces to smelt stuff with. And then we have our little storage building. We'll skip to this one first. We have our storage building, which was basically an idea I came up with for how the materials brought up from the mines move to the storage room, get stored, and are kept in here until they are set up to be sold here in the market. Either made into tools to be sold at this stall, or are just sold outright at this stall that we added just in the last episode. Then obviously we have a few other stalls. We have another little flower stall over there, and that's kind of the town center. Then if we head up the path here, we have our little fishing hut with this little dock, I guess. We have the pond here where you can actually do a little bit of fishing. As you can see, there's a few fish in there right now. And then we have the waterfall that we put in. And I think that this one here on an angle turned out really well, actually. I was a little nervous to build this at first because of it being on this kind of angle. But after sort of starting it and just going for it, it actually worked out pretty well. Next we have our shop. This is where you would kind of go to get your general supplies that you maybe can't get at the market. And even though I built these first, I think that some of these are actually my favorite. Especially this one, because I think it fits the theme really well. And I think it turned out really nice. And then I also like this one because I like the double roof kind of thing going on here. I think it turned out really well. We have the newest building over here, kind of closer to the town center. Got a little fireplace on the inside. Then if we continue this way, we have our sort of farming area.
So we have a little storage building, we have a well, we have a few different fields with wheat and potatoes, we've got a cow pen, and of course we have the barn in the far back corner.
And we have this cute little pond area and this little roofed building. I'm not exactly sure what this was for, I just thought it was cute and it really fit well right next to the pond. And then behind us we have one of the biggest buildings, if not actually I think the biggest building in the town other than the mega base, which is the tavern and the little storage room connected to it. So if we head inside the tavern here, we have our little bar area at the bottom on the bottom floor, and if we head upstairs, we have some little bedrooms up here. Obviously, with how small this building is, these bedrooms are tight, but I think it's cute and definitely matches the medieval feel. I mean, if you're building in medieval, you kind of have to have a tavern, don't you? And then our final thing is the mega base. So from the outside, we've got our towers. We've got 3 of them, actually. Though one you can't really see, and the other one is a little hard to see, but it's there. Got a few different fireplaces. We got this newer building that we added in the last episode. And I guess let's just head in, shall we? So as you walk in, you're greeted with this sort of hallway. To our right, we have our kitchen and dining area. And then if we head to our left from the entrance, we get to our enchanting area / library. So we didn't end up using this a whole bunch. And I was kind of hoping that by the end of the episode today I would maybe have enough experience to enchant one more time. Unfortunately I don't. So I guess we'll just kind of have to not worry about that too much. Then if we head straight forward in this hallway and continue, we have our stairs down to the basement and into the tower, which we will go check out in a little bit. We have our entrance into this little back room. We never really ended up doing anything with this, but honestly I think it does work as just kind of a connector, being that there isn't really much room in here for much of anything. And that connects out to our balcony, so we can kind of look out the back here. This was another way to kind of get out of the wall to go gather materials and stuff that maybe we didn't have on hand in the base. And if we continue, we have our smelter here in the hallway. This is something I set up in around the time of putting up the wall as well, because again, I need a lot of stone bricks. Like a lot of stone bricks. So, needed to be able to smelt them all. And then the final thing on this floor is our bedroom. So the bedroom kind of connects up with this red tower. And then we've got like a little desk, I guess. We've got some flowers, some plants. We've got this big window, a few nice carpets in here. And then we have our little closet back here. I guess we'll head downstairs into the basement next. But just before we do that, we'll stop right here, halfway down the stairs, at the yellow tower. Which if we head up to the top, again we can kind of get a good view of a few different things, like the new room we put in up here, our balcony, and just kind of this back area behind the mega base. Then heading down into the basement, we get a good view of our living room that we put in the last episode. With our double fireplace, lots of seating, and a little nook over here for if you just want to read. Then over here we have a little sort of office, I guess. We have a desk and a chair over here. A little storage. Then we have this kind of just sitting area, crafting table over here. And then we have our storage room. This is one of the first things I set up when building the mega base because we needed a lot of storage for all the different things that we were collecting. So we've got some of our valuables and things in here. We've got all our wood and stone. Yeah, lots of different stuff. And to be fair, most of the chests are actually really empty because we ended up using most of the stuff that we had. I mean, I think one of the only full chests at the moment is this one. I mean, that's not even quite full, but actually I guess we have a little more dirt. Throw it in there. But, yeah. And then, the final room, I almost forgot about this room actually, is our nether portal room in here. We've got our 2 nether portals, and we've got our little decorations. We have this kind of tiny basalt delta, maybe connecting to like a little soul sand valley. We've got just the netherrack in here. Yeah. I think that this room turned out pretty cute. It's unfortunate that it's so small. I wish it was a little bigger. But I think that it does work for its intended purpose. And then we have our doors to get back outside. So that's it. That is the entire town and mega base. And it's all done. Look at that. That is our town. That's the whole thing. So obviously you can see the tavern, you can see our mega base, you can see the wall going around the outside. And I think that it looks really cool. So, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that's gonna be. Bye everyone!